What's going on, YouTube? JT Jaborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. In today's video, we're talking about the long-awaited Robin #1. Now, ever since this book was first announced, I got really excited. This is the book I've been most looking forward to for, I don't know, the past couple of months since it was announced. We had the Challenge of the Super Sons book, which was set in the past, and I was excited about that one too. But nothing came close to the hype I have for Robin #1. This one's going to be written by Joshua Williamson with the art done by Gleb Melnikov. It's going to be definitely inspired by some shonen anime type things, definitely some manga influence, some kind of little bit of a Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z tournament type first story arc here, going back to putting Damian back on a hero's journey. And it's just a Damian solo book with Joshua Williamson writing. So you can't go wrong, and the art by Gleb is fantastic. So I really did enjoy this first issue. I mean, this thing was firing on all cylinders. It's going to definitely take its time to kind of get its story going. Yes, we had the prelude setups that were the backups in Batman and Detective Comics, but those were kind of just little teases, laying a slight bit of foundation. This is a story that's going to take its time. It's definitely not going to rush through things, and I really appreciate that, especially because I was reading other books at DC that tend to rush things and kind of cram too much at once. But this thing, it slowly weans you in. It's setting things up slowly. There's still a lot to be discovered, but it doesn't throw way too much at you. It lays the foundation, and it ends on a really crazy cliffhanger, which has me wondering, how the hell are they going to get out of this one? So overall, a really strong start to this run, and a much needed good solo book for Damian. I mean, this character's kind of been through the shitter. We had the Teen Titans book, and we had some Tomasi trying to fix some things, but the way it kind of ended, I was kind of disappointed in the way Batman was written. Like, he just seemed to kind of give up again, and this issue seems to kind of rectify that immediately within the first panel. So let's get started. So as the issue opens up again, full spoilers ahead, but I do recommend you check this thing out, get it through Comixology, get a physical copy. This is the book I want to see do well. So anyways, the issue opens up with Batman kind of narrating about who Damian is. Again, this issue establishes he's the son of Batman and Talia al Ghul. He's friends with Jonathan Kent, as you can see there. Batman's talking about Damian being a little bit entitled and some little bit of difficult things. But what I appreciated overall was Batman is out looking for his son. He's got the whole Bat family involved, so they are actively looking for Damian, which is something you wanted to see. Again, like we have Nightwing there. He's like, okay, he's not contacting anyone at Titan's Tower. Arkham Asylum is all clear. We also find out about his pets, which is kind of a nice little touch there. All his pets at the farm are well taken care of in stock. This had to be his last stop before hitting the road. And Oracle's out there looking for him. He's completely off the grid. Batman understands where Damian's coming from. He's angry at him because of what happened to Alfred back in Gotham, Bane, the Joker. Batman sees his mistakes here. He knows that he really screwed up with this son. And Barbara's like, don't worry, we're going to go find him. But meanwhile, Damian, he's off fighting and training for the League of Lazarus tournament, which is something that he's trying to figure out. There's a mystery here, and he wants to solve it on his own. Where he's going to be off on his own. He doesn't have his family to back him up. And again, this is much needed solo work for Damian. So as you can see here, he's fighting up against the King Snake, who is the father of Bane. So again, there's a little bit of so he's fighting to win the tournament, but you also get the sense that it also is a little bit of vengeance against what happened to Alfred, because as you know, Bane killed Alfred right in front of Damian, and that's part of the reason he kind of went a little bit cuckoo. I mean, yes, it was kind of done after the whole Teen Titans book, which again, if the Teen Titans book would have done things right, we could have had like his fall right after Alfred's death. So instead of just kind of rectifying it afterwards, so retroactively kind of adding to it. So if they did that, things would have been better off. So anyways, Damian's in there, he's fighting, he wins his little match. Again, the way Damian's written here is really good. He's a little bit cocky, but he still definitely has a heart, which is a good thing. So, and also, I like the fact, again, this is a manga, shonen anime influence type book, and Damian's reading a manga, and he seems kind of content and happy about it. He even sees a family who's kind of starving. He also has Alfred, who's kind of lecturing him a bit as a ghost of sorts. So, like, kind of dealing with his guilt and all that's happened ever since Alfred died. He gets an invitation right here as the marker grants him access to the League of Lazarus tournament. So Damian's been off. He's been fighting, winning fights, and he gets the money that he took from his thing, and he gives it to this homeless group. So he goes off on the island. So again, nice little smile there, showing kind of the more heroic, good side to Damian, which is something that's been sorely lacking for a really long time. Then he goes off to go to Lazarus Island. We see other characters there. We see Rose Wilson, aka Ravager, some new characters. We have Respawn, who looks kind of like Deathstroke, but we don't exactly know who he is. Connor Hawk's there, a bunch of other C-list characters, and we have somebody known as Mother Soul, the host for this so-called tournament. And every 100 years or so, the League of Lazarus gathers the best fighters in the world, those who are willing to become living legends. And everyone here has earned their place. Damian's just like, you talk too much. All this chit chat's a waste of time. I came here to fight, so let's fight. Again, Rose Wilson just like, all right, chill. You gotta calm yourself down, kid. You don't know everything about this. You should probably shut up. And Damian's just kind of going there, really cocky and egotistical. And again, this is a good setup point before he's going to get his ass humbled. So again, he's 14 now. So again, Damian has finally aged up a little bit here. So I guess that's good. He seemed to not age at all when other characters were aging around him. So that's good. He's like, all right, so who's going to fight me? What's her face? Mother Soul was like, oh, well, we're going to get dinner and a show here. Like, oh, Little Rob wants to fight. Who's going to fight? I mean, immediately, the first person to call dibs is this new character known as Flatline, who's got this really cool design. This is a character they've been kind of hyping up for the past few months, and it seems to me like she is going to be kind of a cool standout here. So there's kind of like this excitement with Flatline when it comes to seeing Robin, because he's kind of, and there's also kind of like an admiration for his skills. Like even then, like Damian kind of like hits her with a punch, and she's like, nice move. So there's kind of this excitement there. She sees this and she's like, okay, who is this? Like, I want to fight this guy. So I kind of like that aspect to her. And again, they get into a little bit of a fight here. And probably the most surprising thing of all, the way this issue ends, again, full spoilers here, she rips his fucking heart out. I couldn't believe I saw that. Again, I didn't expect them to humble Damian like this soon, but the fact that she ripped his heart out, literally ripped his heart out from his chest, and that's how the cliffhanger ends. I'm like, how the hell is he going to get out of this one? I know he's still got to like factor in, probably come back, maybe win the tournament, maybe not. But if you're going to humble a character, this how you do it. I would have expected just a simple ass beating, but not getting his heart ripped out from his chest. Again, if a girl's going to do this, it usually happens after a breakup or something like that, not like the first time event like this. So I don't know. Poor joke on my part. I couldn't work it in. But anyways, so yeah, that's how the issue ends. It's a really exciting first issue. The artwork is great, showing a bunch of different unique designs, especially Gleb style. The coloring is great. The nice shades, the little atmosphere. The action bits are really well choreographed here. As you can see, I can make out everything that's going on. Every character seems to stand out. Again, Flatline with her design and kind of gothic type style, goth punk type style, if you can call it that. I thought that was kind of unique. I thought that was kind of cool. And the way it ends, Damian gets his heart ripped off, and he's like, "But wait, I'm dead." You know, when the issue kind of ended, I thought back to Robin, Prince of Thieves, after Robin Hood kind of loses, thinks he lost the arrow thing. It's like, I lost? Let me see the script. I get another shot. So it kind of reminded me of that. So I kind of like posted that. But again, it kind of reminded me of that because, again, just the way it kind of ends. Because, like, I'm not supposed to lose, at least not in the first round. But again, that sets the stage and makes the story a little bit more interesting. We don't know the full extent of the League of Lazarus and what happens if you're going to win. Obviously, Damian's going to have to go off and fight other characters, so he's going to have to find a way to come back. I don't know if it's going to be the Lazarus Pit that's going to put his heart back in, or if it's going to be Flatline, or maybe Damian's going to function without a heart, which would be kind of crazy and interesting. I don't know what direction this thing's going to go in, but I don't feel kind of like nervous because I know things are going to be okay. But I'm very curious to see where this thing's going to go. That's one hell of a cliffhanger to end it. Like, your main character in the first issue gets his heart ripped out of his chest, full Temple of Doom. I thought that was pretty crazy awesome. So, anyways, Robin #1, firing on all cylinders. Joshua Williamson knows what he's doing. Gleb knows what he's doing with his artwork. I think this is a good place. We get a good foundation. We know exactly where Damian's at. He's kind of lost. He's trying to figure things out on his own, setting things up for a hero's journey. He's definitely cocky and a little bit arrogant, but he still has kind of a good heart to him, like when he was helping the homeless individuals before he went off to Lazarus Island. And him getting beaten this badly, I think this is good. This is a good thing that he got his ass kicked right away. It humbles him. It makes him kind of maybe not so egotistical. Again, he thinks he's on top of the world. He's kind of cocky and a little bit arrogant, but he got humbled, and he got humbled badly. He's got to realize that he's a little bit way in over his head. He's got to rethink things. and maybe this will change his perspective on life. So I couldn't be more happy with this first issue. I'm just upset that I have to wait a whole month for the next thing because I'm like, damn it, I want more Robin stuff. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Robin #1. I thought this was an excellent first issue, firing on absolutely all cylinders. Joshua Williamson hits it out of the park, hits it out of the park. This is a really good first issue for Damian Wayne. So if you're a Damian fan, you got to check this thing out. So, anyways, what are all of your thoughts on Robin #1? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications. Yeah, that's all I got to say. As always, thank you all for watching this video. Take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Robin #1. It's pretty good.